Hello. Coming to you live today from Italy. Hello, everyone. We are live on Instagram, Facebook business page, and also on my Facebook group. Hello, and welcome to the live weekly training. I'm here every week. And today I'm live from Italy. I'm actually in Puglia. I've been here for the last week actually on a yoga retreat. And this week I'm checking out some venues to hopefully run a retreat out here next year. So for those of you just joining me, or perhaps maybe this is the first time you've joined me, my name is Kelly and I'm the founder of Digital Yoga Academy. I'm here every single week, every Tuesday, same time, 11 a.m. London time. So it's actually 12 o'clock now in Italy. Yeah, today we're talking about taking your business online, and we're going to be talking about the foundational elements that you need in place in your business if you are keen to take your teachings online. And I know that a lot of teachers, especially the ones that are in my community, and a lot of the teachers that I work with through the coaching calls and the coaching sessions that I do, this is an area that they want to get into. So they want to get into they want to reduce the number of classes they're teaching in the studio and start to look at how they can bring in other income streams into their business and also reach more people around the world. And of course, you know, teaching online is a really great way to do that. So I'm going to be on here for the next 20 or so minutes. We're talking about the foundational pieces that you need in your business if teaching online is something that you want to do. And, you know, this isn't a quick win or a quick fix. If you have a vision to take your classes online and you really see yourself in the future getting online and teaching, then this is something that's more of a longer term strategy. So that's how you should start to see it. And it's really important to get these foundational elements in place. So it's just like building a house. So building your roots, having these elements in place to begin with, and then once you've done that, then start to look at how you can take your teachings online. So that's what we're talking about today. If any questions come up and you've got any questions for me, then please just pop them in the chats. Like I said, I'm on Instagram and in my Facebook group, and also on the Digital Yoga Academy Facebook page. So we'll begin. So give us a thumbs up. I'm starting to get some thumbs up. And hello guys, hello. Thank you for the little messages you're putting in already. It's really great to have you here. And so as I said, you know, more teachers around the world are really starting to look at how they can take their teaching online with that aim to reach more people, to generate more income in their business, so that they can reduce the number of classes they're teaching in studios. So this is something I hear all the time. A lot of teachers are dealing with burnout, or they're just finding they're not having enough free time in their week because, you know, they might be teaching 15, 20 classes a week. These classes aren't necessarily in the same studio, so they've got travel time, and they're starting to kind of look at this now and think about how they can diversify and reduce the number of studio classes and instead look at bringing in higher priced offerings into their business. So these higher priced offerings are things like you know, private yoga classes or corporate yoga classes, or maybe doing workshops, working with studios to do workshops, or even setting up your own workshops. Maybe it's you know, running events. So I run a lot of events in London, yoga brunches and yoga day retreats and all sorts of things that really help me to bring, you know, additional revenue into my business. And of course, retreats is another great thing to do, but you know, you need to build your community in order to start successfully filling your yoga retreats. And then the next stage really is about taking your teachings online. So, you know, it really is a solid and effective strategy for your yoga business. And so more and more teachers are wanting to do this, or are starting to, you know, put the put it into motion, put it into place. But actually, despite, you know, the best of intentions, many of these teachers are failing, and many of these teachers are jumping the foundational parts, the core parts that you need. They're forgetting about those bits, and instead they're going on and they're creating online content, or they're creating a program, and then when they launch their program, they haven't actually done the piece of work around building their community. So they launch the program and then they have no one to launch it to. Okay, so you don't want to be in that situation. So we're going to talk about how you can build a community and get these core key elements in place before you start working on an online program and the content around that, and working on the tech side of getting everything, you know, hooked up and working together. So so they're overlooking these kind of foundational elements that really are essential to launching an online yoga course or program successfully. Okay, so, you know, I see that sometimes, you know, you if you feel passionate about this and you want to get your course out there, it can be really tempting to just skip these bits. But actually going back to these basics are not a waste of time. And, you know, it's important to understand that trends are changing, students' desires are changing, the tools that we're using to market ourselves and to get ourselves out there, and the technology is all changing. Okay, so you know, when it comes to making your online teaching dream a reality, you really need to build the foundational elements of your marketing strategy first. And there are 4 key foundational elements that you must have in place if you want to go on to build a successful yoga business. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about those now. Let me just double check that everything is coming through. Okay, hello Nikki. Hi Nikki, welcome. Yeah, everything's all good. Okay, as I said, I'm in 3 places. So stick with me. So we're going to talk about these four foundational elements. Before I start on those, ask yourself, have you registered for the summit, the Inspiring Yoga Teachers Summit, which starts this Saturday? Have you registered for that? It's free. It's a week-long event. You get access to one of my trainings, and you get access to video interviews with 12 world-leading yoga teachers. So just wanted to pop that in there in case some of you leave and don't stick to the end. And then make sure you've registered for that, and I will pop, if you're on Instagram, if you're watching on Instagram, the link is in the bio for the summit. And also if you're on Facebook, I'll pop the link in the comments box in a moment. And when you register, you also have the opportunity to enter a giveaway which has got some amazing prizes in it. And I've just added a new prize today, which is 3 coaching calls with me. Okay, so you have a chance to win that as well. Anyway, let's move back on to what the theme was for today, which is all about taking, thank you Jess, which is all about taking your teaching online. Okay, so we're talking about the 4 foundational core elements that you need in your business. Okay, so first up, the first thing you need is you need to have a website. You need to have an online home for your students to come to. So this isn't Facebook, this isn't Instagram, this is your website. It's the foundation to everything you do. It's your home, it's the hub for your community. Okay, and it really allows you, or it gives you the opportunity to create content such as a blog post, which of course you use these blog posts to attract potential students and to capture their email addresses. You need your website to be able to capture email addresses through your opt-in forms. And when you've got, you know, higher priced premium products such as the retreats and the private classes, and of course, you know, your online courses, your website will help you to promote these offerings. Okay, so your website is key. You really need to have an online home, a hub. It needs to be your hub. Okay, so let me know, have you got a website? If you're on Instagram, quite a few of you are on Instagram now, let me know, have you got a website? A yes or a no? Let's see where we are with this thing. You know, you can get started. There's lots of resources on my website, on the Digital Yoga Academy website. There's lots of resources there to get started with building your website. I've even got a course course that talks you through, it walks you through the process step by step by step. If you dedicated a weekend, like this coming weekend, to getting your website done using my course, you could get it done 100% guaranteed. So go and take a look at that. Go and get some of the resources. I've got a blueprint on my website, which is a free resource, and it tells you, it helps you to create all of the pages and the content that you need for your site. So it's a good starting point. Okay, so guys, we need a website. That's really key. Make sure you've got your online home. Like I said, it's the foundation to everything that you do. And then number 2, the second foundational element that you need in place if you want to take your teaching online, is that you need to create consistently, have lots of free valuable content. Okay, I talk about this all the time. The training I did last week was all about content. So if you missed that, it's in the Digital Yoga Academy Facebook page. So you can hop on there anytime and catch up on any of these videos. Okay, so even if you're on Instagram now, all of the live videos are saved on my Facebook page. Okay, so go and check that out. And there's also lots of blog posts that I've got about content as well. It's so important. Like it's one of the really kind of key parts, key elements, because once you've got content, you can share it in all of those places. Okay, and it doesn't have to be difficult. So the training I did last week was all about creating one piece of content and sharing that piece of content in multiple places. Is exactly what I do every single week. Okay, so what I'm talking to you about right now, I have had other pieces of content going out about this specific content, about this specific topic. Okay, so you want to consistently offer lots of free valuable content. Okay, so you know, if this isn't something that you've considered yet, and you don't have even a basic effective content marketing strategy in place, I know those words might sound a bit technical, but they're not. If you haven't got some kind of basic plan in place for what you're putting out there in the world each week, then you are likely missing out on a lot of opportunities in terms of gaining new students. Okay, so you know, you're missing out on ideal students, potential students, and also you could potentially losing students that have come into your community because you're not keeping them engaged. So content is key because it really helps you to position yourself as an expert through the content that you're sharing. It helps to increase awareness of you as a yoga teacher and your yoga brand, your personal yoga brand. It helps you to attract new eyes onto you online. It helps you can use content to boost traffic to your website. So for instance, if you've created a blog post that you're sharing on social media, you're going to get new people coming onto your website. You can use content to convert people onto your email list, to get people onto your email list. So for example, if you've got a freebie, like a free 30-minute yoga flow or some kind of downloadable checklist that you've got on your website, this is why you need your website, that you've got on your website to give to people in exchange for their email address. So that's another way you can use content that you've created to get people onto your email list. And then you can use content to convert those people on your email list into paying students. Okay, so you can use things like testimonials. Testimonials is a piece of content, or other maybe free trials to your membership site that would get them further down that sales funnel. I talk about this quite a lot, your yoga sales funnel. So there's many uses for content, and you know, you really shouldn't be concerned about offering free content online, you know, getting onto Instagram Live like I am with you guys today, or Facebook Live, or getting onto stories and sharing tips and advice and helping people with their yoga journey is really going to be key to help you to build your community. Okay, and that's what this is about, because building your community, you need to build your community if you want to take your teaching online, and if it's some point you want to have an online course or an online program or an online membership site. You need to have those people there in your community who are just waiting for that to happen. They're just waiting for you to launch something to them. Okay, so that's number 2. So we've got number 1, website. Number 2 is consistently offering free, valuable content. Number 3 is you create and nurture your email list. Okay, so we talked about this a little bit, but this is really, really key. This is a foundational element for taking your teachings online. Okay, so you're building your email list through the content and through your website, and then when you've got those people on your email list, you nurture them and you build a relationship with them. And spending time and effort on email marketing is one of the best things you can do to grow your yoga business. Okay, lots of teachers are doing this. Okay, lots of teachers, lots of well-known teachers are doing this. Many of the, in fact, all of the teachers who are featuring in the summit, which starts this Saturday, okay, they have email lists. All of them have an online program or an online membership site. Okay, and they do this, they use that funnel, which I've started to talk about. They get people onto their website, onto their email list. Once they're on the email list, they nurture the relationship and they push them through, and then they launch their programs to them. Okay, so people like Gloria Latham, who's a global Lululemon ambassador, and she has online programs that you can purchase. So she has like I think it's like a six week program, yoga to practice with her online. And then Brett Larkin, she has many different programs that you can buy into as well. So, you know, come and join us on the summit, because all of the teachers, they talk about their programs, okay, and they talk about how they've launched them, the tools they've used, the lessons along the way. There's so much insight and knowledge in the summit, which starts this Saturday, so please come and join us. So yeah, I mean, once you've got a potential student on your list, you know, you've got the opportunity just to show up week after week in their inbox and deliver value to them, deliver content, the content that you've been creating each week, that you share in all the different places, you share it to them as well on email. Just because somebody sees a social media post doesn't necessarily mean they're going to see, you know, just because someone sees a Facebook post, for instance, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to see your Instagram posts. So you want to be showing up in all of these different places, and email is a really great way to show up week after week in somebody's inbox and be there and let them see your name, because they don't have to scroll through thousands of Instagram posts in a feed to see you. You're right there in their inbox week after week. So show up, build the relationship. And, you know, this really, email marketing is how you build a loyal and engaged community who will then go on to invest in your higher priced online offerings. And next week, on the training next week, I'm going to delve into this a little bit more. We're going to talk about how to price your online courses and how to calculate conversion rates. Okay, so I'm going to explain it to you in the most easy way possible. But the conversion rate is how many people do you need on your email list to generate X amount of income from your course. Okay, so we're going to look at how many people roughly on average will convert from being on your email list. So it helps you with your goals for how many subscribers you need on your list before you go on to launch a program. So we're going to talk about that next week. If you're really into this and you really feel like it's something that you want to do, then make sure you put that in your calendar for next week, same time. Okay, so I mean, if email marketing is new to you, okay, then there are lots of resources on my website, on the Digital Yoga Academy website, and you just need to hop on over there. There's some challenges that you can do. I show you how to use MailChimp, or even just go back on some of the live videos, because I've done lots of live videos about email marketing as well. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so next up, the fourth one. Okay, this is the fourth one. So we've had website, we've had content, we've had email marketing. Okay, so imagine you're building your house. You need the fourth one. Okay, so we need the fourth part. So the next bit, the fourth part, is that you are visible online. Okay, so you need to be, even though email marketing rules, and definitely I always say email over social media, and I know I know yoga teachers, I know we all want to just focus on social media, but it's not where you really create those strong relationships. Even though that is the case, you still do need to be visible online. You still do need to be hanging out in the places that your students are hanging out online. You need to be there because, you know, if they have just come across you or somebody has recommended you, chances are they are going to Google you. They'll Google you to see if you've got a website. They'll go onto Instagram and they'll do a little search to see if you're there as well. And if you're not there, or if you're there but there's not really any content that's engaging, then they may just move on. Okay, so this means, by being visible online, this means doing the Facebook Live. It means getting onto Instagram stories. It means showing up in their feeds and generally just sharing and extending your teachings from the studio into that digital world. Okay, when you think of it like that, it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, because I know it can be really overwhelming to when you know, you think, oh God, I've got to be in all of these places. But actually, and it goes back to the training that I did last week, which was about creating that one piece of content and sharing it in multiple places online. So I really recommend that you listen to that you go and watch that training. Because if you can do that, if you can dedicate a part of your week, a few hours every week, and it's non-negotiable. So for me, it's a Monday morning is my non-negotiable content creation day. And you can create one piece of content and share it in lots of different ways. Then being visible online is so much easier. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. And I'm all about making this easy, guys. I know that it's hard. You know, if you're in one or two camps, right? You've got a full-time job and you're trying to do this teaching on the side, or you're trying to make teaching yoga your full-time gig, and that can be really hard because when do you find the time? Well, in both of those scenarios, when do you find the time to do these things? So I understand. So that's why I'm all about making life easy so that you can fit this stuff in and you can make it happen. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so we've talked about the 4 foundational elements. Now, there's actually a checklist that I've created, and you can access this checklist via my blog. Okay, so if you go onto the Digital Yoga Academy website, you'll see that there's a blog post. It's the latest blog post, which I created yesterday. So this is an example of how this works. I created a blog post yesterday, which was 4 foundational elements of a successful online yoga business, which is what I've talked to you guys about today. Okay, so I've not had to think up a new topic or anything like that. It's what I've talked to you about today. It's what I shared in my email out to my list yesterday. I've created a lead magnet, a content upgrade, which is a freebie to you guys. It's a freebie, but you need to go onto my blog and you'll be able to put your email address into the opt-in box, and you'll be able to download the checklist from there. Okay, the checklist goes through lots of different things around those 4 foundational elements. So around the website, the content creation, the email marketing, and also being visible online. So it's a guideline for you to make sure you've got everything in place. And also on the blog post, you can see some examples of yoga teachers. So I've got Yoga with Adrienne, who we all know from YouTube. She has an online course called in fact, it's a membership site. So you pay on a monthly basis. It's called Find What Feels Good. And also there's Gloria Latham, which is her Breakthrough the Blocks, Kundalini Yoga Immersion. And then, of course, Ali from The Journey Junkie. Does everybody know Ali from The Journey Junkie? If you don't, I really recommend going and checking her out, because she has built an incredible online business. And I'm actually going to be sharing her story in a couple of weeks' time, which I'm so excited about. So go on there and you can see what they have in common. Okay, they've got lots of things in common, those teachers. They share lots of free content to attract you. They bring you onto their website and they make you an offer to receive their opt-in freebie in exchange for your email address. They then deliver that freebie to you in a welcome email, and they provide you with follow-up emails, like an email sequence that nurtures you and primes you for their paid program. And then they continue to offer value by connecting with you on Facebook, social media, in your inbox, and through their website. And then they present and launch their online program to you. They all do this, and it's something that you can do too with the right tools and the right skills and just learning. And that's why I'm here, you know, to share this information with you and to help you to do these things. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to make a really good living teaching yoga and sharing your message of yoga all over the world. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, guys, today. I hope that's been useful. But before I go, I'm going to mention the summit again. I'm going to pop the URL for the summit in the comments box. Okay, so come and join us. The summit features 12 teachers. I'm sure you will have heard of many of them. So we've got Gloria Latham, who, like I said, is a global Lululemon ambassador. Kia Miller, she's an international Kundalini yoga teacher. Stephanie Snyder, she's also international teacher. I mean, these teachers have been teaching for like 20 odd years. She's also the owner of Love Story Yoga, which is a studio that's based in San Francisco. And we've got Tiffany Cruikshank. She is the founder of Yoga Medicine. Ashley Turner, another international yoga teacher. She's the founder of Yogi Psyche Soul. She does yoga teacher trainings. Brett Larkin is you'll probably know her from YouTube. She's got, I think, around 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, and she is the founder of Uplifted. It's a yoga teacher training. Adele Bridges is a very popular Instagram yoga teacher. So she's really built her following on Instagram, and you know, she really credits the platform for the opportunities that she has to teach all over the world. We've got Celeste Pereira, Dylan Ayalu, Francesca Severo, Rachel Wainwright, who owns Exhale Yoga Retreat. So she's sharing all about her yoga retreat business. And then Danielle Joseph, who's a teacher and also a brand expert as well. So there's so much knowledge there. There are bite-sized video interviews that I've been doing over the last few months. And you'll also gain access to a Digital Yoga Academy online training for free. You gain access to that on day 7. And if you share the summit, okay, once you've registered, you get automatically taken to a page to share the summit with your yoga teacher friends and network on Facebook. Okay, so it's an automated thing will pop up, and if you do that, then you'll get entered into a giveaway. Okay, you'll get entered into a giveaway, and there's lots of prizes there. Let me run through the prizes. So there's lifetime access to the academy, the Digital Yoga Academy. Digital Yoga Academy. Who wants that? Lifetime access. That's all my courses. So it's Build Your Yoga Website course, MailChimp Mastery, Create Your Yoga Brand, and any other self-study courses that get launched in there, you'll have lifetime access. There's also, you'll win 3 yoga business coaching calls with me. And there's an online course for pregnancy yoga through Yoga Campus that you can win. You can win a yoga club guru box. What else was on there? There was a couple of other things. And Yoga Trade, 12 months membership to Yoga Trade as well. Okay, so lots of prizes that you can potentially win, and that's for sharing it with your friends on Facebook. Okay, guys, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for watching on Instagram, and thank you for watching on Facebook. As always, I'm just delighted to be here with you every week and to share. So any questions that come up, please do just pop them into the comments boxes, and I will come back and answer them. Of course, if you're on Instagram and you're watching this later on, just hop over to the Digital Yoga Academy page on Facebook, and you can ask your questions there. All right, have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm going to go and enjoy the Italian sunshine now, and I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye. Bye.